on my way. Wow! Come on, let's go!
Happy Travel Advisor Day, everybody.
Hey there, it's Sandra McLemore from Travel Marketing and Media, and welcome to the ASTA Global Convention for 2023, and one of my favorite days of the year, Travel Advisor Day. How exciting is that? It's Global Travel Advisor Day, a day just for you. So stay tuned wherever you're watching from, whether it's around the world, in the air, or right here in San Juan. We've got lots of great stuff coming. We have an incredible day for you, and very shortly, Zane Kirby is going to have a chat with Gary Sadler from Sandals, because remember, this whole day is powered by them. But first, let's check in with our Chief Fun Officer, Allie Pierce, who sat down with Ed Carey from Discover Puerto Rico.
I am here with Ed Carey. He is the Chief Sales Officer at Discover Puerto Rico. And Ed, I think I speak for quite literally everyone who is here right now. We are so grateful to be in Puerto Rico. So thank you so much for hosting us.
My pleasure. I am absolutely thrilled.
We are thrilled. And I can't, start this without asking, what are some of the things you are most excited for throughout this entire week here with ASTA?
First off, I'm excited to bring ASTA here for the global convention. I think it's been 3 years we've been talking about it since you and I met in Chicago, many years ago. But to be able to do this event at a venue like Distrito T-Mobile is going to showcase Puerto Rico to the world, and I'm excited to share that with ASTA and the travel advisor community.
And now, speaking about all the travel advisors that we have here right now, talk about some of the exciting things that you have planned for them and some of the, fun activities that they can take part in.
Well, first off, wait until you see the party we're about to step into. It is absolutely mind-blowing, spectacular. Same place where we hosted the New Year's Eve bash this past New Year's Eve. The travel advisors that are here had an opportunity prior to the convention itself to visit different areas of the island, and we're going to do the same after the convention. So a lot of these advisors have been here on a cruise and had a chance to sort of walk around Old San Juan, but now we're going to get them out to the rest of Puerto Rico, which is absolutely spectacular in terms of its natural resources and experiences.
It sounds like a blast. Can I tag along?
Please.
I just totally invited myself.
Yes,
now, today, I'm in. Today is Global Travel Advisor Day, which is amazing that we get to celebrate live here in Puerto Rico. Can you talk about the important role that travel advisors play in sort of the broader travel industry?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think today, in this sort of post-COVID world where we're recovering and where travel can be complicated with changes in airline travel and cancellations and other things, that people trust now more than ever before travel advisors because they know how to get through the difficult steps to making a great experience. So we are fortunate that 2022 was one of the best years in Puerto Rico's history in terms of arrivals into San Juan, with over 5.1 million people arriving in 2022. And a lot of that success is because of the travel advisors that we've stayed in touch with. I mean, we have an online academy for travel advisors, and once you become a Puerto Rico travel expert, we call it, you qualify to be in our loyalty program. And then every time you book Puerto Rico, you get points towards obviously your loyalty program. So we're really excited to offer that to travel advisors across the country.
I think it's so important to talk about all those different perks and benefits, not only for going through programs like that, but for being members here in ASTA.
Yes.
So one last question. I would be remiss if I didn't ask you, since we're on your home turf, what are some of your hidden gems, little secret spots that our travel advisors need to know about so that they can then tell their clients to go there?
Oh my goodness. Well, there are some just miles from here in Old San Juan. There's 200 restaurants and bars. And one of the best ways I've found to sort of choose is we have a number of food tours that are operated by different companies in Old San Juan, where they take you through Old San Juan and give you a little bit of the history and taste something different from each of the restaurants. So try that. There's a place called Barachina where the pina colada was invented. So you might want to check that one out.
Are you guys taking notes? You should be writing this down. Okay. Back to you, Ed.
And one of the greatest after-hour places, maybe after this party, La Factoria, which is voted one of the world's top bars. So great stuff. But outside of that, there are a couple cool things. Coffee is taking off in Puerto Rico. There's haciendas and plantations where you can get the experience of them picking coffee and seeing how it's turned into the final product. But even more popular now is chocolate. There are haciendas focused on growing and producing chocolate all over Puerto Rico.
You said the magic word. I feel like everyone's ears perked up.
Somehow I knew that would work. So yeah, chocolate, and there's in Old San Juan and one other place where you can sample some great local chocolate is Choco Bar Cortez, where you can have anything from a chocolate espresso to a chocolate martini, depending on the time of the day.
Or both.
Or both, depending on the time of the day.
Depending on the time of the day. Well, speaking of the time of the day, I feel like the music is bumping, and I think it's 5 o'clock definitely here, or at least somewhere. So should we go and test our dance moves and get a pina colada?
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's
Come
go.
on, Ed, let's go. Oh, back to you, Sandra.
Thank you so much, Ali and Ed. That was awesome. I know that I love Puerto Rico. I've been coming here for so many years when I worked on cruise ships and now on vacation. I know you love Puerto Rico, and I think that your clients are going to absolutely love it too. So do your best to get out, explore, and learn as much as you can so that you can start sending your clients down here too. It's no surprise that we have been preparing for Global Travel Advisor Day for a really long time, because you, my friends, are worth it. So if you want to follow along with all the fun, head over to asta.org/Global Travel Advisor Day, asta.org/Global Travel Advisor Day. Follow along with all the fun, the prizes, the interviews, all the good stuff. It should be zero surprise that we have been preparing for Global Travel Advisor Day forever, because you're so important. So I don't want you to miss out on anything. Head over to asta.org/Global Travel Advisor Day, and you will find everything there. The fun stuff, the prizes, the interviews, everything. asta.org/Global Travel Advisor Day. One of my favorite parts of Global Travel Advisor Day is seeing all the videos and images, photos of you guys celebrating everywhere. So whether you're celebrating here in San Juan or just you in your home office with your fur baby, I want to see those. So head over to our social media channels, and you'll also find over there some tools if you want to connect with media and share with your local media this awesome day. There are some great tools over in the toolkit for you to use. So take some pictures, take some video, and head over to the social media to grab your tools. And next up, we have a really special interview. This is with Zane Kirby, the president and CEO of ASTA, and Gary Sadler from Sandals. So we look forward to sharing that with you. Coming up next is a really special interview between Zane Kirby, the CEO and president of ASTA, and Gary Sadler, the executive vice president of sales and industry relations from Sandals.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and a happy Travel Advisor Day. You're joining here from the nerve center of all things Travel Advisor, our new worldwide headquarters at ASTA, 123 North Pitt Street, Alexandria, Virginia. So we are super, super excited to be joining you on this wonderful day where we can celebrate all the great work that Travel Advisors do. Now, I am joined right now by a man that doesn't need any introduction, Mr. Gary Sadler. Gary, welcome.
Zane, it is always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Well, it's great to see you again, and we're really excited to have you back. And thank you, especially you, for Sandals being the sponsor of National Travel Advisor Day for 3 years in a row. That's really great stuff and great news. Now, Sandals, we've had a busy year in between last year and this. Sandals co-hosted the ASTA inaugural Caribbean Showcase at the beautiful Royal Bahamian, and you also hosted the ASTA Board of Directors and Chapter Presidents at your Beaches Resort in Turks and Caicos. You have such great enthusiasm for ASTA endeavors. In fact, in my speaking contract, I'm not allowed to speak after you. I can only speak before you, because anyone that speaks after Gary Sadler, it's a letdown. So I'm really, really glad to have you on today. But tell me, it feels like it's marrow deep, or it's like part of the DNA there at Sandals. But tell me, like, where does the love for travel advisors come from?
Well, the love for travel advisors started from when we first started as a company some 41 years ago. Our founding chairman recognized the value that travel advisors bring to the distribution system. And travel advisors, if not, are the most important part of the distribution system, in my opinion. And our executive chairman, Adam Stewart, has continued what his father started, which is the value and the importance of the travel advisor to selling sandals on beaches. But it became way more apparent more recently that Asta has been the champion of really the efforts of the industry, because oftentimes we hear, yes, travel advisors having challenges, in different states, in different regions, in different markets, but there was never one single voice that we were aware of that would champion that cause. And my first personal experience was coming to Legislative Day, whereby I saw that it was a strategic effort that the travel advisors were making in order to protect their interest, because every other profession has an industry that is protecting them, that is guarding them against unscrupulous members, for example, guarding them against policies, laws that are being created by people who have no idea what they do for a living. And I believe it was about time. It had been something that has been going on for many, many years, and we knew it, we appreciate it, and we just know that the fact that an organization like Asta can take a stand, we wanted to stand up and be counted, not to offer lip service. And that's why, proudly, Sandals and Beaches Resorts is the only Caribbean hotel company that has taken diamond level sponsorship for Asta, because it's not about lip service anymore. It's not saying that we love travel advisors anymore. It's really showing that we really care and it really matters to you. So that is why we have taken such a very vocal position, and that is why we stand up to be very proud to be a part of Asta and what Asta does say.
Well, thank you, Gary. I mean, your commitment to ASTA, our mission is simple. We're here to promote and defend our members at all levels of government, within the industry itself, and then to the traveling public. And with your, as you mentioned, with your diamond level sponsorship, you have stepped forward, not just in word, but in deed. So thank you for that. It sounds like it started with Butch, and obviously it's continued with Adam. Your leadership is really bought in. Travel advisors are demand creators, and I know they do that. They get people dreaming and planning and thinking about where they want to go next in the world. And thankfully, a lot of those places are in the Caribbean where you have a wonderful, wonderful market position. But, from our research, though, a lot of travel advisors are planning honeymoons and weddings and all kinds of, romance travel that may have been postponed or put off for a while. Why should travel advisors take a look at Sandals for these types of experiences? Kind of what sets you guys apart?
Well, what is new is the benefits that we offer to the travel advisors. And I mean, I wouldn't want to take up this interview with all the benefits, so I encourage you to go to the TA portal. The TA portal is where the travel agents portal is where you'll find everything relating to the benefits of travel agents, travel advisors. The second thing is that, one unique area that we have expanded on in recent times, but over the years we have, is groups. So, it's no longer, just a couple going away to get married. We're seeing a lot of groups, small wedding groups, family reunions, etc., going away, honeymooners. Certainly, where the honeymoon destination is what we're known for, but we're seeing a lot of destination weddings happening. And because destination weddings are happening, then groups are following in place. And we believe we provide the best example, the best support system that is there. We have some things saying that no other Caribbean hotel offers. So I'll give you a quick example. In St. Lucia, for example, one of our favorite destinations, St. Lucia has 3 hotels there. When you go to St. Lucia as a destination wedding, for example, you have 3 resorts to choose from, because you stay at one, you play at 3. In Montego Bay, Jamaica, you stay at one, you play at 2. So it's not, you're not confined to one single resort, but we have the ability to be able to move around and enjoy it. So we believe that we're strengthening our product. We believe that making the product better, making the product grander is what this is all about. And that is a benefit that the travel agents can always, therefore, have confidence in Sandals for what it is doing. But all the benefits, the highest commissions, the free nights, the points to paradise, all of those things are listed on the travel agent portal, where we encourage the travel advisors that you should go there, because I mean, it's a lot of benefits that's there for you.
Yeah, got it. We experienced her hospitality. As I mentioned, we had 65 of our sort of volunteer chapter leaders from around the United States, as well as our 15-member board of directors visit you earlier this year at the Turks and Caicos. And And to say it was seamless and flawless would be an understatement. It was fantastic hospitality. Everyone enjoyed themselves. Everyone raved about the food, which I have experienced myself many times before. But speaking of the Caribbean, so thank you for that. I know that there's lots going on, and I want to get to that in just a second. But we have our upcoming Caribbean Showcase now. I know this was a member of your team's their dream to bring about the Caribbean Showcase. We had our inaugural one last year. We got our next one coming up in August, and it's almost sold out. We have about 260 travel advisors joining us right now. I'm hoping to maybe squeeze a few more rooms out of you. But you know my love for that property and for the Turks Islands. But travel advisors are going to get master level training from yourself. I understand that Adam Stewart's going to be there as well, who just did a marvelous job last year. He was worth the price of admission to last year's event by himself. He's such a gifted speaker and an inspiring person. But aside from the sort of in-person events, what kind of other resources are you providing travel advisors who are looking to get up to speed with your product?
Well, the best thing that we have, I want to talk about the Caribbean Showcase because we're in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble this year because apart from last year, we had the Deputy Prime Minister, who's the Minister of Tourism for Bahamas, who was in Nassau and who came and who loved the event. This year, we have about 5 ministers of tourism from different islands in the Caribbean. In fact, one of them told me, and I won't call a name just yet because it will be a surprise, who is actually the Deputy Prime Minister of his country. He said to me, I want the Asta Caribbean Showcase in my country, so I am coming to the Turks and Caicos Islands to be there. So we have 5 ministers of tourism. I told the premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands, I said, you're going to have a diplomatic event. It's for you to take care of it because you have so many overseas ministers, foreign ministers who are coming just to put their stamp on Asta to say if Asta is going to be in the Caribbean, if Asta is going to be promoting the Caribbean, we're coming there, we're going to be there. So it will be exciting about the showcase. But what is more critical and more important for us right now is that we have launched our online training workshop, the Certified Sandal Specialist Training. And we have had a few thousand. In fact, just this morning, I was glancing at the number, and we're nearly near just about 10,000 travel advisors that have completed this workshop training. It's a workshop training that helps with your certification. But what we're able to do, because for many years we have had in-person training, but now we're online, so we're able to update it quicker, we update it faster, because what is critical is educating the travel advisor as to what is new. So, for example, a sneak peek into Dunn's River, you have these rendezvous suites, these stargazing rendezvous suites and sky pool suites that we have. So we're now able to refresh and to provide with new images, new pictures. So for me, it's about constantly upgrading the information to travel advisors, because the more you update and upgrade the information to travel advisors, is the better it is for the travel advisor to sell. And when the travel advisor is able to sell, it is far more important for them to show to their customers that they have knowledge and they have speed. So the Caribbean Showcase, I'm already thinking about 2024 because 2023 is already done. In my head, even though it's in August 28th to 31st, to your point, it's already sold out. We have some rooms left available. Reach out to your local Sandals BDMs, who, by the way, are the best in the business. And those local BDMs will be able to help you along with the field directors. But right now for us, it's about planning Asta 2024 in the Caribbean. And we will have an announcement there as to which destination it will be. It will be said. But you now have different Caribbean islands wanting to have this showcase at their destination because they now believe the value of Asta and the travel advisor. So it's all exciting. It's all good. It's all good.
It certainly is all good. And congratulations on 10,000 people taking your online training. I know that more ASTA members will certainly log in after seeing this and certainly get up to speed on everything that you're offering. That's great news. Now, in terms of sort of destination comeback story, the Caribbean is on a torrid pace. It is amazing how many Americans look at the Caribbean as just sort of an obvious international place that they want to visit. The end of the year 2022, 14.6 million Americans visited the region, and that rapid growth, again, we've talked about, it's double-digit growth almost every year. So you have great. We obviously have great air connectivity and all kinds of You have properties throughout the Caribbean. Tell me, I know you just mentioned Dunn's River. That's reopening or opening in Jamaica. Tell me a little bit about that. And then also, I know our travelers, our advisors say that their clients want to send people, are hearing requests from people, from advisors about places like St. Lucia, Turks, Curacao, Antigua. Like, tell me what's going on there. How are you keeping up with the demand, and what's planned? What do you have planned next?
Well, the demand, thanks for that question. That's really great, Zin. The demand for the Caribbean is very strong. The islands in the Caribbean are seeing record levels, as it were. I don't know that it is pent-up demand. I don't know. I can't really say it is pent-up demand, because what I also know is that the Caribbean is close. The Caribbean is close to home. The Caribbean provides a level of safety and security that is second to none. The Caribbean, I know that there is good airlift to the Caribbean. So the Caribbean, while there may be, as far as an industry is concerned, pent-up demand, I think the Caribbean islands are also in a very rich position, whether it's Bahamas to the north, or all the way to Curacao to the south, or Barbados. All the islands, they use the time during the most challenging times to upgrade their product. They upgrade the destination, making sure that visitors have options when they come to the destinations. And I think the Caribbean has recognized the value and importance of tourism, because in some islands, I mean, tourism represents 90% of their gross domestic product. So it's not about just being a beautiful island with sun, sand, and beach anymore. It's how do you upgrade the airport facilities, and more islands are providing faster upgrades, and you'll hear more and more for destinations. The speed to which one is able to go through the immigration and customs process is something that is very quick and easy, and everybody's working towards a standard that is North American, that is modern, and that is first world. So one is that the Caribbean islands are upgrading the destination. For Sandals, we have a very keen focus on the Caribbean region. You know, we're a Caribbean family-owned company. We love the Caribbean. Based on the information available to me at this time, I can only confirm that our expansion is limited to the Caribbean. I'm not making any announcements here. I hope you like that, right? But based on all my information, our focus in the Caribbean, St. Vincent is our next big island destination. But what is key is not just expanding throughout the Caribbean, but also upgrading to what we currently have. Beaches Negril, for example, has gone through a major transformation. Sandals White House is going through a major transformation. And then, of course, Sandals Dunn's River, which was a resort that we owned many years ago, which we repurchased during the period of the pandemic. We were able to acquire Dunn's River, and now we never owned Dunn's River. It was a lease, and now we own Dunn's River. So that one is opening in a few weeks. We look forward to all the very exciting things about Dunn's River, and I can use the time to tell you about the rum bar that is now there, the further Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee shop that is going to be there, the Sky Pool Suites, the Stargazing Rendezvous Suites. I mean, just absolutely amazing. But just to say that right throughout everything that we're doing at Sandals and Beaches, it's about expanding, it's about enhancing the product that we have, because that is what is going to make the difference. And if you're a travel advisor and you haven't seen Curacao, and you haven't seen Royal Bahamian, and you haven't seen Beaches, Turks and Caicos, and you haven't gone to Negril, then you need to reach out to your local business development managers, because we have a lot of unique programs that not only bring the travel advisor down to the resort, but we're able to say you can sell the destination from the resort, alongside our general managers. And we have some very, very unique programs to help the travel advisor to take their business to the next level. So I beg of you, if there's one message that I would like to deliver today, yes, we're committed to the travel advisor. Yes, we're committed to the industry, but you as the travel advisor have to work with your local business development manager to secure your business. Because if you don't go ahead and do it. If you don't go ahead and work with your local business development manager, you're really not in a position to really take advantage of all the things that we have to do. We have out there to offer to you folks there. So it's all about working as a team in order to grow your business, because our benefit is to help you to grow your business. So that's really what it is about.
You heard it here first, folks. Gary Sadler invited you to all of their properties throughout the Caribbean. That's a standing invitation. That's wonderful. Thank you, Gary. It sounds awesome. I know I've experienced your product on many of the Caribbean islands, and can certainly vouch for it myself. And it's exciting that you want to get travel advisors there. Once they see, then that's what really I think is going to drive a lot of sales. And it's great to hear. I will say I've traveled all over this world, and I've never met a group of government officials from all different Caribbean islands that really get it. They understand that inbound tourists are a walking fiscal stimulus program for their entire country and their island. And so it's great to hear that they're upgrading the infrastructure there. That's what's planned, and that they're certainly going to make sure that travelers to their region feel safe, and that they're cared for, and that they're experiencing the creature comforts that they do at home. That's really great news.
And I'm glad that ASTA is the one that's championing the cause, because what also the governments have done, I mean, and just by virtue of the Caribbean Showcase, is that they heard ASTA is hosting this event and they wanted to be a part of it. So no longer did we even have to promote it, because they heard ASTA was there, they want to be there. So well done ASTA, well done Zane, and thank you very much for all that you do to champion the cause of travel advisors.
Well, it's certainly the partnership between our two brands. So thank you for what you're doing to help build the ASTA in the region. I just have one more thing I want to ask you about, and it's really not more of a thank you than a question. But earlier this year, the best relationships, are always built on great communication. My wife told me that, and I believe her. We came to you early. ASTA came to Sandals earlier this year to chat with you about, the process of adding a travel advisor to a booking that happens on site. And I wanted to say thank you for not only hearing us out, but taking the call very seriously, and then working with your team to come up with a solution. So I'd love for you to talk about that. What happened on your side? I know it was what happened on mine. What happened on yours?
Well, for us is what happened on both our sides. I mean, at the end of the day, we have created policies for the travel advisor to protect the industry. And your team from ASTA, you had three some very vocal travel advisors who came and said, hey, we understand what you're trying to achieve, but have you thought of this? And without a doubt, in the middle of it, our policy, we were able to revive it. So now it takes up to 21 days that we will actually provide for a transfer of a booking. So prior it was 7, then it became 14, but now 21 days, your customers go down, they make a booking, and we're able to provide the transfers. And all it took was dialogue between travel advisors and us in order to manage that policy. And every policy that we have, it has always been, how do we protect the interests of the travel advisor? Because yes, there are some people in our industry that are not necessarily the most professional, and we are doing everything that we can, that we protect the professionalism of the industry. We're doing everything that we can to protect the professionalism of the travel advisor. And the moment that we were able to get together, you guys helped us to come up with some ideas, and we're working through on a constant basis, how do we make it better that the travel advisor is protected? And that's what we did, and it was just fabulous. And we're happy that everybody's happy. And oh, by the way, Zane, I haven't had one complaint since that day. So it's now 4 months old, and I've not had one complaint. So I'm happy with that.
I think we can declare success.
Yes, sir.
Really good. Well, Gary, I just want, again, happy Travel Advisor Day to everyone here. Thank you, Sandals. Thank you, UVI, for your enormous support of ASTA and the travel trade at large. It's really important that we support the partners who are supporting us. And so I just want, on behalf of everyone here at ASTA, I want to say thank you to you, Gary. Thank you for being such a valued partner, and for Gary Sadler, I'm Zane Kirby. Everybody, happy Travel Advisor Day.
Happy Travel Advisor Day.
That was so good, you guys. But I'm not surprised, because Zane always makes me laugh, Gary always makes me laugh, and they have been buddies for the longest time. I hope you enjoyed that interview. So my friends, that is all we have time for right now. We'll be back at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to give away a great prize from Sandals, and we just got lots more fun stuff coming to you from ASTA On Air.